What's up, YouTube? This is Joe, the 50-something Dasher, with another DoorDash daily recap video. It's Saturday, February 15th, 2025. I want to dive right into the lead story first, the subject story of this video, and then talk about that. And then I wanted to give some channel news, some upcoming things to look for, and then we'll kind of dive into the rest of this dash after that. But let's dive right into the lead story. You probably saw the title of this video and were thinking, well, what does he mean by why would we want to change where we pick up an order from? I mean, don't you have to go where it's you accept an offer, and don't you have to go to pick it up at one specific place? Or, well, what's he talking about here? Okay, so take a look at this offer here that I got just 2 minutes after logging in today. So it's Home Depot and CVS, and you can't really see I'm in zone. I'm by the southern pickup location there on the map is where I'm at. I am taking the order from home. Okay, so you see the customer is in between the two. It's two shopping orders going to one customer, and the customer is in between those two stores. Okay, well, the issue with this is I have CVS and Home Depot both in my zone. So why would I shop at one of the stores here in zone and so this is going to have me drive past the customer to shop for the other, whichever the other store is, and then travel south again to deliver to the customer. Why don't I just shop both, both of these orders, shop it here in my zone, and then travel to the customer? So, and like I said, I've seen this. It's rare. It doesn't happen very often. It's rare. But I've seen this kind of thing at least 2 to 3 times before in my dashing experience. Now, for this particular order, I just went with the routing the way it was. I logged in. I got what looked to be a decent offer right away. So I just went ahead and took it and got out there. And like I said, I just went with the routing the way it was. But I know that it's probably no surprise to anybody watching that the DoorDash representatives do watch this kind of content. They have a social media team. They probably watch every video, I'm assuming, that's posted by YouTubers regarding DoorDash. So I would like to ask whoever from DoorDash is watching this to maybe forward this example on to, whichever department looks into this kind of thing. To see, I would like to request that there be a change in, for these type of orders where the dasher in certain situations can change the location where they're picking up from. Now, this could only be for a shopping order. Because I think there'd be too much involved with restaurant orders. If you saw that, a McDonald's order, that you're actually closer to another McDonald's, and it'd probably be quicker. And I've had it happen with restaurant orders as well. But if I was like, well, why couldn't they have sent it to this other McDonald's? It would have been less mileage. I'm closer to it. It would have saved time. Well, when these orders were placed, I'm sure that the restaurant is already preparing the order, the location that it got sent to. So that's different. But shopping orders, as the dasher, I'm going into these locations and shopping the orders. So, in my opinion, it shouldn't, like a CVS, for instance, it shouldn't make too much difference if I get the items from this CVS or that CVS. And I think there needs to be an option for dashers that if they feel it necessary to change the location of where they're going to shop for items. Um, Now, I didn't know, like, I went ahead and accepted this order. I didn't know which store was going to be in zone and which one I was going out of zone for. So, okay, I find out that I'm going to the Home Depot first. And this was so funny when I saw what I was shopping for. And I'll talk more about this here in just a couple minutes, but I've got a series coming up that I'll tell you about here in a minute. But and I talk about a past customer in that series that was like addicted to cans of compressed air, and I just posted that series. Like, I posted the last couple videos this morning, and the other ones I posted yesterday. But and in that series, I talk about this customer, and first order of today, cans of compressed air. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. And please, hopefully, this customer that I delivered this order to today, please, I hope and pray that they were using this for the design purpose of what this is meant to be used for, please. Okay, so I get to the check. I find that pretty easy, and go to the checkout, and I scan the items, and click that I've paid and everything. I'm about to walk away and walk out of the store when I get this message that I'm supposed to get and I also got the message, discard the receipt, like normal. Okay, fine. And I'm about to leave, and then and this is the first time I've ever seen this, where it asked me to get a second receipt, a gift receipt, to go inside the bag. And so, fortunately, the self-checkout cashier wasn't busy and was able to get me that receipt real quick. And I took a picture of it, put it in the bag, and wasn't any kind of delay of time or anything on that. Then I'm off to CVS. I get there at, and this is the downtown Columbus CVS. Again, like, why I couldn't have gone to the one in my zone. But literally, there's a CVS on the same street as the Home Depot. If I could have done this the way I wanted to, I could, gone to the CVS first in my zone, then just go down the street. We're talking like 4 traffic lights to the Home Depot, shop that, and boom, and then directly to the customer. Instead of passing the customer to get to this downtown CVS, and this added time. Like I said, it went past the customer. Then I'm in downtown. I got stopped at a couple traffic lights. It kind of took a while. It was a little tricky getting out of that, downtown CVS area to get to the customer. Anyway, no problems shopping those 2 items, and delivered at 3:40. So there you see $11 and a combined $11.50 tip. So this took close to an hour, about, you might as well say 50 minutes. And I'm willing. I mean, if I could have went to the CVS in my zone, this would have shaved off, I'm thinking, bare minimum 10 minutes. I would have got to the customer sooner, if not 15 minutes earlier. So again, I don't know exactly. Now, a couple other things to mention here too is now this was in my very early days of dashing within the first couple months. I did go to a different location and shop something. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was a dollar store, and I changed locations on that. You know, I was supposed to go to a different location. I went to another one, and I was able to change the location and shop at the other one. But I was having to go through a whole bunch of screens to do that. You're not at the right location. Okay, I understand that. Are you sure that you are at the dollar store? Yes. And it was like another three or four more screens after that that I had to clear out before I could actually start shopping. See, so I didn't like today. I didn't want to mess with all that, and but I don't know how DoorDash would make the changes or whatever to give you that option of switching stores. I don't know exactly how they would do that, but if they could find a way, somehow, some way to give you some kind of options on that, it would have made this, like I said, I would have got to the customer at least 10, maybe 15 minutes earlier. Um, and saved myself time. The customer would have got the order faster. I would have saved mileage, gas, all those things. But anyway, moving on. Um, let's close these out. So now to the kind of like the channel updates here. So you may or may not have seen, if you're a subscriber, I posted a message earlier today on the like a community post, and I said that I was probably not going to dash today. And so, well, and then I later changed my mind. What ended up happening was I ended up taking two naps earlier today, two separate naps. Woke up from the second one. My wife was meeting a family member and doing some things with them, and I figured I'd dash while they were out doing that. And then I also had like an energy drink. So I had this after the second nap. I logged in for a dash, took my energy drink with me, and I was pretty much good to go for a late afternoon, early evening dash today. Um, I also mentioned in that post a like a update on some upcoming videos. A couple days ago, I recorded a 5-part series. It's about dealing with stressful situations while dashing. 5 different kind of stressful situations, and I give some examples of these things from my personal experience and how I deal with these types of situations. So the first part one of that series is going to be coming out this coming Wednesday, and all 5 videos are posted. They're posted, scheduled. So Wednesday's the first one, and then every other day the next part comes out. And the reason I did that is because next weekend I plan on not dashing. We're going to be going out of town and visiting family. So I came up with the idea for this series, posted all those videos, and then those videos is going to take me through like the end of February, basically, is when the part 5 will be come out. And so that'll be the videos posted to take us through the rest of the month. Okay, now back to the rest of today's dash. Next offer I get was a 11. Now that you see here, I'm still in kind of like downtown Columbus area. Just dropped off those 2 orders to the customer, and I'm still parked in front of the customer, and I get this Aldi's offer. Absolutely not, folks. This is some kind of downtown Columbus Aldi's location. That scares me to death. I don't like Aldi's too much to begin with, let alone some scary downtown Columbus location that I've never had anything to do with before, and delivering to like West Zone. I'm not touching this order. 10 minutes later, I'm practically back in zone at this point. 1527, 12.5 mile target, going out east to, looks like maybe Tokyo, Japan, or it could be Osaka, Japan. So somewhere clear out, in the Far East. Not interested. I just drove to frickin' downtown Columbus. Come on. Minute later, $9 9 miles CVS. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead. If I'm going to do kind of longer distance, a lot of times I'd rather go south of my zone than east or north. So, okay. And my wife and I was on the phone with her. Of course, we had to guess what the one item would be. I was going to have to rule out like painkillers, because I just, in that previous order, I just bought some. So chances were it wasn't going to be that. She suggested a pregnancy test, and my guess was going to be like tampons. So it was my guess. Okay, so I get to the CVS 9 minutes later. The one item, suspense here, I know is killing you. Enemas. There you go. So we're both wrong. This actually took 5 minutes. First of all, this says aisle 17. That was way off. It was off by like 5 or 6 aisles. This stuff was, I forget the aisle number, maybe like aisle 12 or something, 11. This is not even close. And then they didn't have that. So there was no substitution initially. So the customer had to be notified. I had to wait, about a minute. It's probably just a minute. They entered in substitutions right away, and then you see what I ended up getting. And so delivered at 4:15. 24 minutes, $9. I guess that's not too bad. And then I have to, of course, travel back to zone. $6.50 and $2.50 tip. So that was at 4:15. And then this was, I got this order right away, and it just too many items, 43 items. And that's probably the only reason I declined that. The mileage isn't too terribly bad, but just too many items. Minute later, PetSmart 875. Again, we're going out to this either China, Japan, somewhere out, Far East again. Decline. Look, speaking of Eastern trips, and look at this one. $2 minimum order for, I'm going to do a $2 order going, almost 8 miles. That sounds great to me. Decline. Here we go again. $27, 48 items from Meijer, going to, east of downtown Columbus. Not can I just give me something, anything in zone, anything. Not doing a shopping order from Giant Eagle for only $6.75. That's just not worth it. I don't care what the 5 items are. That's just not, worth my time on that. Here we go. This is all right. $9, 4.5 miles. I think I'd actually prior to this, I paused my dash. I was kind of getting kind of low on gas, had to go to the bathroom, so I did a pause, and then left the gas station, and I'm actually like heading in the direction of. You see how close I am to local cantina. I was heading right for it, and so yeah, this made sense. Got in there, the order was ready, no problems. Deliver that 15 minutes later. 15 minutes, $9. You can't beat that. $2 and $7 tip. Went ahead and took this. $12.21, only 5.5 miles. Sweet. 8 items. The only kind of problem with this is you see from the list here, this kind of a heavy order. I had a 12 pack of Gatorade, another 6 pack of Propel water, 24 case of bottled water, and well, the 4 pack of Monster. That's just a small little box, but yeah. So this was 2 trips from the car, to the customer's door with this stuff. It wasn't that bad. I put everything in my catering bag except for the 24 pack of water and the Gatorade. And all the other items fit in my catering bag. Uh, while I was shopping, there was this add-on offer for $9.25, an additional 6.5 miles, 17 items. That's not going out to Groveport. That wouldn't have been worth it. So I declined the add-on. Um, Finished shopping at 5:01. So I sped through the store on this order. This was several different aisles and having to go clear to the back of the store for the water. And even still, I had this whole thing shopped in 8 minutes. So that was outstanding. Um, and then I was in Meyer a couple different times for these orders and had no problems. I was lucky. It wasn't too busy. Maybe because of the weather. The weather sucked today. That's why I mentioned that in my community post earlier. It was icy. It was rainy, nasty. Delivered this at 5:13, so 26 minutes in less than a half hour. Made the 12.21, 6.50 and a 5.71 tip. So pretty good order right there. Had to decline several orders to get to it, but it worked out. This I don't. That was a decline, right? Yeah, 6.25, 7 miles. Yeah, it's not worth it. 2 minutes later, that was probably a decline. Going to east side of Columbus, not worth it. 825, 7 mile Chipotle going to Southern Point, too far, decline. Man, lot of long. Again, just give me something in my zone. And here, $5 McDonald's, accept. Thank you very much. $5, 4 miles. I'll take it. I mean, just I just want to take something, anything. I'm at this point. I don't know, folks. I might have even taken a $2 order right there if it was in zone, just to get something that delivered in my zone. Man. So I take this McDonald's. This kind of this wasn't too great of an order. Look at this wait time I had. 7-minute wait inside the McDonald's, and it was all just because they were waiting on the fries. You know, everything else was done and ready when I walked in there, and it took you kidding me, 7 minutes to cook French fries? I don't know, something was not right there. This took 20 minutes. So that's just a that's just a $15 an hour rate on there. So the bad order here, $2 and then $3 tip for the $5. I recovered though. Hey, that's the way it works, folks. You win some, you lose some. So you have to take the L's with the W's. And here we go. So I'll go out east for if the pay is right. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, boom. This is paying $28. So yeah, it's 17 miles, and I gotta go out to Obet's for one of the customers. But hey, and the item count is pretty low. Just 15 items. So this was a good order. And you want to try to, if possible, do something like this. If I can make the $28, it is take me less than an hour. That's of course what I'm shooting for. Get to the store 7 minutes later. Customer A was just a cheesecake and Pepsi and some dog food, and then the other customer had some kind of weird things in here. So like some cookies that I never heard of before, and what was this first thing here? I can't even tell. I don't even remember what that was. And then just it was all like grocery stuff. And it found everything. Nothing was too hard to find. 13 minutes was all this took me to shop. And then I went to deliver at the first customer, and as soon as I dropped that off, they added a $5 tip. So this ended up being $33 now instead of the 28. Outstanding. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for the extra tip. So it's like I said, if these are, I'm assuming these are listed like in order. So the first customer probably just tipped $1.67 to start off with, and wanted to make sure the delivery got there to at a decent time and everything was okay and everything, and then added the extra. And then $13 from the other customer. Outstanding. Appreciate it. Okay, so the time on that. So 6:20 delivered to the first customer, and then 6:36 the second customer. So this was 3 minutes less than an hour. So 57 minutes had this done, and $33. Outstanding. So that was at 6:36. Too many items. The other one that I just did paid, at least the initial offer, the $28 was a couple dollars more than this and far less items. So not doing that one. And then I went ahead and took this. Once that order got up to the extra $5 tip took me up to $90 so far to that point in the dash. And then I took this order right here. I was okay with going south to Southern Point again. And this was going to put me at goal. So earlier today, I wasn't going to dash at all. And then change of events, changed my mind, went out for a few hours, like I said, late afternoon, early evening, and lo and behold, I did a dash where I made goal. Go to Wendy's, pick this up. Had to wait a couple minutes. There was a little bit. The customer instructions would look kind of a little bit difficult. It talked about turning down an alley and going through a side gate and delivering to a back door. I was a little bit kind of worried, and plus this is nighttime. But it was easy once I got there, and GPS had me turn where I was supposed to, and I immediately saw everything, the customer was talking about, and everything made sense, and so no problems at all with this drop off. It took me 20 minutes. 20 minutes made $10, $2 from DoorDash, $8 tip. And then that was it. Shut the dash off, started heading home. So here you see, made $100 in just 3.5 hours active time. So awesome. So that I made over $28 an hour active time. So sweet. And even with let's say the total dash time, even if you were to include all of it, it's still a good rate. So 100.88 divided by, so not quite 4.5. I'll say 4.4 hours. Well, let's call it. That's almost $23 an hour, even total dash time. So that's great. 9 deliveries completed. And then I got one more screenshot. Check it out. I had a customer rating change today. So now I had a 3-star check this out, folks. Every time I get on the subject of customer ratings, it just blows me away. A 3-star that I earned March the 29th of 2024. So about like 6 weeks short of a year that it takes for a rating to fall off. A year. Unbelievable. I earned that at, when I earned that 3 stars at 2,859 deliveries. And now, 3,633. It's always taken me roughly 700 to 800 deliveries, because for me in my zone, about 1 in 7, 1 in 8 customers will leave a rating. So for, last 100 before something falls off, that means 700 to 800 deliveries before something will fall off. Just absolutely. I've posted the videos before on customer ratings. You can go back and watch those videos. I'm not gonna go over all of that again here. Maybe I'll update the videos and redo them one of these days, but not in this video. So I never thought it was possible. Is it possible that I could get to a perfect 5-star rating again. Like I said, I didn't think that was possible, but now I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. I'm a 4-star dropping off away from doing that. That 4-star that you see there was earned back on April 17th at 2,947 deliveries. So, you know, if I stay on the same pace or whatever, roughly 100 more orders to go without receiving. If in the next 100 deliveries I don't get any more negative ratings, then potentially that falls off, and would you believe it, I'd be at a 5.0. And then the exclusion, that was fairly recent. That was earned back November 12th at 34, 38 deliveries. And then I did not mention the couple other things. The mileage today, 94 miles. So, made goal on that. $100, 94 miles. Not obviously not great, but it would have been a lot. I would have went over on mileage if I would have taken some of those other offers going out to China. Acceptance rate started the dash at 47%, finished with 43%. And folks, that is it for today. It's been a long day, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. There's a peak, $1 peak tomorrow from, I want to say it starts at like 6 a.m. Well, let's check it out here live in this video. It would help if I put my phone into airplane mode so that I don't get any texts or anything during these videos, just like that. Okay. Okay, 5. I thought it started at 6. It starts at 5 in the morning. So from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m., $1 peak that whole entire time. So, and that's you typically the times that I dash. That'll be cool. Take the extra $1 for each of my orders tomorrow. Again, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks again.